means that we're able to learn what we want, when we want. It's a very different experience. I don't think we would say, wow, Wikipedia and the internet changed my life if we had to go down to the library and look something up once a week. That's not what it's really about. It's about the ubiquity of it that really is transformative.
I think there won't be one model that will work everywhere. I mean, I think there's so many great examples of different models. What you're talking about in Peru is fantastic, and we're going to see just a variety of ways that countries cope with their challenges that they have around infrastructure and with their desire to educate all their young people. So I think there'll be a variety of solutions.
When you look at this as setting priorities, do you see ICT and the kind of dissemination that we're talking about here as being among the very, very top priorities? I mean, when places need food, need water, need shots for malaria. I mean, how do you compete with needs like that when a village doesn't have food? How do you worry about having computers?
Right. Well, I think you need to separate out, first of all, the problems of the industrialized nations from the problems of the developing world in terms of education. So I'd like to start actually maybe in the industrialized world. We have a crisis in the United States. We have 50 million kids in public schools, and we're only preparing 1/3 of them to go on to college. And of those that go on to college, so 2/3 actually go to college, but most of them don't finish. 1/3 are actually prepared and finished. So we are leaving out 2/3 of our workforce in the United States not preparing them for college. That's a crisis for our democracy. And so when Bill and I look at what do we have to do in the United States, it's working with those public schools, and technology is a huge piece of this. I think later we should talk about, or I'd love to talk about the developing world and what I see the needs being there, but let me just use some examples of how I see the internet and broadband and video just opening up the world of education. So you go to a place like South Korea, the fastest growing technology company there is a company called Megastudy. They have 2.8 million students using their online videos. They're downloading them on their phones, they're taking them to the subway, they're taking them to the parks, and they're studying for that incredible entrance exam to get into the South Korean universities. It's a very, very hard entrance exam. And what was going on in South Korea is exactly what's going on in the United States for a while, which is only the elite kids going to the best private schools were starting to get into the best universities. Well, that's a problem for South Korea. If they're not getting the kids who are in the poorest neighborhoods going into their schools, they've got a huge problem. Well, what's happening now with these online video lectures that are very, very inexpensive is all kids in the country now can study for those entrance exams. And once again, they finally have kids who are actually being prepared for that entrance exam through this online program. And what they're finding is they're attracting the very best teachers and talent. And if you're not good, the students rate you when they're done with the course. And they rate you by how well they do on the entrance exam. If you're no good, you get thrown off the system. And the way that they're incenting the teachers who are on is they get to keep part of the commission. So for all the sales they get of their lecture, they keep 23% of the commission. One of the teachers made over $1 million last year. So that's a new economic model for spreading ubiquity in terms of education. MIT has this, academicearth.org, some of the best MIT lectures out there. There's all kinds of things opening up across the United States where people are putting the best videos online. And then you add that to the interactive piece now, where students can go up and get these great tutoring services online. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I can go online as a student and go up and work a math equation with a video, with a great video professor to help me get into college. So there's great interactivity now where the students are not just watching videos, but the courses are actually tailored to the course of study. This is going to start to make a huge difference, even in the United States. Places like the UK, there's some really innovative things going on in Sweden to get all students going on to college. Then, once you have that conversation, you start to say, okay, now, what is that going to open up for other places in the developing world? And we can get to that.
It's interesting, the examples you use were principally outside the United States. Have you encountered institutional resistance to the introduction of technology inside the United States?
Well, there are entrepreneurs inside the United States, great entrepreneurs, who are starting to open up the world of education. But if you ask me, are the major universities saying, most of the major universities, am I really excited about putting my professor's content up for free? They're going to say no. Now, some of them are starting to do that, and some of them are figuring out how to do it in a high-quality way. There is some resistance by the part of the professors, though, too. They're saying, well, this is a course I've been teaching for 30 years. What's the benefit to me? So there are a lot of things, even in the state of incent teachers to want to do that and to make it